Hello subscriber and watcher, today we will see InterFragment Communication in Android. So this tutorial will be divided into 4 parts. So I hope friend you will see all the 4 parts for your better understanding. So as you see here, this is nothing but one complete activity. Inside that activity we have 2 fragments, first fragment, second fragment. So here the data will pass from one fragment to another. So if the data will pass from one fragment to another, that is known as InterFragment Communication. So now we will discuss about this program. So suppose you want to add 2 fragments, then you must have 2 Java classes, as we discussed in the previous basic fragment tutorial also. If you want to use 3 fragments, you must have 3 Java class along with main activity. Then you must have here 2 resource file. The names are fragment1, frag2, like that. Then after that, in these 2 Java classes you should extend with the fragment, and after that you have to override this method. Simply write the statement inflated.inflate frag1 container false. Means that XML file will be attached with your Java class that you will treat that will be treated as a fragment. Then after that, here the fragment2 resource file will be attached with your Java class, that is going to be second fragment. Then after this you have to drop 2 fragments from the toolbox, and then you have to set the name property, and here you have to represent Java class, that is fragment A, and here in the second fragment you represent Java class, that is fragment B. So it means that you have 2 fragments and their names are fragment A and fragment B. Okay, because your Java classes names are also fragment A and fragment B. Okay, so your fragment names are fragment A and B. Then after this, in each resource file you can add code. Suppose our task is this. So in first resource file frag1 I will add button, second resource file I will add text view. Then later on my task is to pass the data from first fragment to second fragment. So after doing this, you have to go in first Java class, and there you have to use onActivityCreated method. Okay, you override onActivityCreated method. In this method you have to do casting. Means suppose you create button object, then you cast with the button. Then after that you have to write getActivity, find view by ID, and here you have to represent your button ID. Your button ID was nothing but the button. Means here you should do casting, and you have to assign this variable to your button ID. Okay, then after that you can use onClick listener method, and in onClick you have to use counter, that is C++. Its initial value is 0. Okay, we use this counter variable for getting the output like that. You selected fragment 1 time, 2 time, like that. Means whatever the component you use, that declaration part and the assigning part, then later on you have to do in onActivityCreated method. Okay, same you do for fragment B, as you use in the text view. First you declare the text view variable, then inside it you do the casting, do the assignment with the text view variable, you do the assigning with the text view ID, and text view ID is text view. Then after that, along with that, you can use user defined method, public void change. You can give any name there. The task of this method is it is used to set the data. That's why we return text view object dot set data. It will set the data like you selected fragment A. Okay, then after this, as we have now done the basic code for first Java class and second Java class, that is fragment A and fragment B. Then after that you create the interface, that is the important and somewhat complicated step. You create the separate interface class, and there you declare one method like public void talk. That interface will help to communicate from one fragment to another with the help of activity class. So here activity class will be communicator, and it will produce communication between fragment A and B. Okay, so that fragment A class will communicate with fragment B with the help of interface. So that's why you create the interface class. Along with that you define the method. You can do only declaration part because we are creating interface. Then after that implement interface in main activity. Okay, and then override interface method. Means you go in your main activity class and implement with interface. Then after that you have to override this method, that is public void top. Then here you write some bunch of code. After that you go in fragment a.java. There you declare your interface variable whatever you created recently. Then you go in on activity created. So this bunch of code I already talked. Then you write the statement that interface variable equal to, this is interface class, get activity, because we are using the interface class for producing activity. Then after that you go in the on click method. We had already written C++. There you write t.top. This is the interface method and the code is button is click number of time. Okay, so this code is present in fragment A. Then after that in main activity.java you have to declare one statement, fragment manager fm get support fragment manager, because we are communicating from one fragment to another, so you use that statement. Then fragment B, here the fragment B class, find frame by id fragment 2, because from main activity we are communicating from fragment A to B, so our destination is B. So that's why we are creating fragment B object, and then by using this object we are accessing the method change data. Okay, so because of that the change data method will execute. Just here in the previous slide I just mentioned the change method. Okay, tv.setData. So because of this method whatever the data is there that will be printed. So in this way this method will work out. So here it's little bit complicated. You will face difficulty only through this presentation. It is difficult to understand. So after this you see my all the remaining tutorial, and there we will do the program, and through program it will help you to understand it in better way. So don't forget to see my coming tutorial which is based on intercommunication between the two fragments. So I hope you got some idea, and then we will do the programming. Thank you.